Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine at your place. I'm your English teacher, Miss Bharti, and today our topic is noun. Today we are going to do noun. So, here a question arises, what is a noun? I hope you all know what is a noun. So, a noun can be defined as a person, place, animal, or a thing. It can be a person, for example, Rohan, Kiran, teacher, Joker. It can be a place, India, Gurgaon, etc. It can also be an animal, dog, cat, lion, tiger, and many more. It can also be a thing, for example, table, chair, fan, AC, and feelings also, emotions also, abstract nouns also. For example, happiness, sadness. All these are considered to be noun, and abstract nouns feel happiness, sadness, etc. also come under the category thing. So let us move on to. So here we have described what is a noun, and now a thing. Now here comes a question: if person, place, animal or thing are considered to be a noun, then what is not a noun? It means what are the things which are not considered as noun. Here a verb cannot be considered as a noun. For example, is, am, are, take, go, helping verbs and main verbs. Both are not noun. Description means adjectives are not noun. Prepositions, it means in, of, under, below, or that type of words are not considered to be noun. So now let us do a small exercise here. Here in this exercise we have to underline the nouns. Here Canada is a large country. Canada is a place. This is a noun. Is a helping verb, so it is not a noun. It's an article, so it is also not a noun. Large it means it is an adjective, it's description, so it is also not a noun. So here country is a place, so it is a noun also. Now second point, the joker is funny. Joker it means joker is a person, so it is a noun. Is a helping verb, it means it is not a noun. Funny is a description, then it is not a noun. Here the dog and cats are friends. Dog, it is an animal, and cats are also animals, are friends. Friends are person. Friends can be persons, friends can be dog and cat. Animals also can be friends. So here all the underlined words here are nouns. Here we have underlined all the nouns, and here we have understood what is a noun. So let us move on to the types of noun. Today we are going to do two types of noun. First is countable and the other one is uncountable. I am going to explain both the countable and uncountable nouns one after another. Now let us begin with countable noun. Countable, as the name itself suggests, it can be counted. So countable nouns are those nouns which can be counted. Children, we need to keep certain points in our mind while using countable nouns. First is use of a or an. It means if a noun begins with a consonant sound, we need to use a before that, and if a noun begins with a vowel sound, we have to use an before that. For example, dog. This word dog begins with a consonant sound. So here we will use A before it. And let us take another example. When we say egg, so here before that we need to write N because it begins with a vowel sound. So this is the first point which we need to keep in our mind while using countable nouns. It means we write A or An before a countable noun. We use A or An before a countable noun to show that it is one in number. Here a dog means one dog, an egg means one egg. So this is the first point which we need to keep in our mind while using countable nouns. And the next point is it can be counted. So here I am taking two examples. I have a book. Here book is a thing, it means it is a noun, and we can count books, so it is a countable noun. And because it begins with a consonant sound, so here we have used A before it. So I have a book, it means I have one book. Now next point is I have 5 books. It is a countable noun, so here we can write 5. It can be 1 or it can be 5. Here one thing here in this sentence, did you notice some difference between this book and this book? If it was one book, we just books, okay ना? ठीक है. Children, here I am taking two examples. I have a book. It means I have one book. Book is a countable noun, and because it is a countable noun and it is one in number and it has a consonant sound before it, so here we have used A before it. And I have 5 books. Books are countable, so it is more than one. That's why we have added as at the end of it to make it plural. So this is the third point which we need to keep in our mind. Meet S or ES if more than one. So whenever a countable noun is more than one, we add S or ES to it. For example, let us take some other examples also. Boy. Boy is a countable noun. So here a boy is a countable noun and its plural is boys. Similarly, car. Cars. This is the way we make plural of countable nouns. Now, here in countable nouns we have some exceptions also. There are some exceptions also. Hare and fish, we can count them, but they are always considered, if they are few in number, we can count them. If they are more in number, we cannot count them. Can you tell me how many hair do you have on your head? No one can tell, because if they are many, we cannot count them, and if they are 1 or 2, which can be found easily in our food sometimes, so we can count them at that time. So hair, fish, this type of nouns are, although they are countable, but they are considered as uncountable always. So these are the some points which we need to keep in our mind while doing countable nouns. And let us move on to the second type of noun, which is uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns. The nouns which cannot be counted in number are called uncountable nouns. Here also we need to keep certain points in our mind while identifying or while using uncountable nouns. First is don't use a or an. If you remember, I had told you earlier when we were doing countable nouns that while using countable nouns we use a or an before that, but here we do not use a or an because they cannot be counted. Next is don't add s or es. We always add s or es at the end of countable nouns. As we are talking about uncountable nouns here, so there is no need of adding s or es at the end of that noun. Now third point, as we all know, they cannot be counted. Abstract nouns are our certain feelings or experiences. It means they cannot be touched or seen. They can only be felt. For example, happiness, sadness, pride, popularity, hospitality, etc. Can we say I have a happiness? No, we cannot say I have a happiness. I have a happiness. Can we say? Can we count happiness? No. So we cannot say I have a happiness. This sentence is completely incorrect. Why this is incorrect? Because happiness cannot be counted. Now let us move on to the fifth point, category. I can say that I have 5 chairs in my house. I have a dining table in my house. But the whole category, table, chair, bed, all these come under the category of furniture. So I cannot say that I have a furniture. That sentence will be completely wrong. So I have a furniture is completely wrong. I can say I have 4 chairs at my home, but I cannot say I have a furniture because furniture is a whole category. Now money. Can you say I have 5 money? Can you say I have 10 money? You can say I have 10 rupees, I have $1,000. You can also say I have this much of coins, but you cannot say I have 5 money, I have 10 money. This sentence is completely wrong because money is a category. In this category, dollars, coins, rupees, all these come under the category of money. Now clothes. We cannot say I have a clothes, I have 5 clothes because clothes is a category. I can say I have a dress, but if I say I have 2 clothes, I have 10 clothes, I have 20 clothes, all these sentences will be incorrect. I have 10 clothes. This sentence is incorrect because clothes is a category and it cannot be counted. Children, the last point which we need to keep in mind while identifying uncountable nouns or while using uncountable nouns is food or drink. It means food and drinks cannot be counted. For example, coffee. You all must have seen people saying that I would like to have a coffee, but that sentence grammatically is completely incorrect because coffee is an uncountable noun. We can definitely say that I would like to have a cup of coffee, but we cannot say that I would like to have a coffee. That sentence is completely incorrect. I would have a coffee. Then it is completely wrong because the correct sentence is I would have a cup of coffee. Because we can count cups of coffee, we cannot count coffee because it is liquid. Similarly, we cannot say that I have a food. This is incorrect. Correct. Similarly, here in this bottle I have water. Can I count water? Can I say a water or an water? No, I cannot say I have a water. I can definitely say that I have a bottle of water, or I have a glass of water. If instead of bottle I am having a glass, I can say that I have a glass of water. Is it clear? Because we can count bottles, we can count glasses, but we cannot count water. So let us try to do a small exercise here. Here we need to identify countable and uncountable nouns. English is a language. Can we say English, an English? No, it is uncountable because it is a language. So English is uncountable now. So now student, you must have seen your teacher saying that there are 20 students in my class. So students are counted because we can count them. Chair, we cannot count furniture because furniture is a category, but we can count chairs. For example, I have 4 chairs at my home. So chair is a countable noun. Milk, can I say I have a milk? Or would you like to have a milk? No. This is the incorrect way of using milk as a noun. So we can definitely say I would like to have a glass of milk. This is correct because we can count glasses of milk, but we cannot count milk as it is liquid. Similarly, we can count bottles of juice, but we cannot count juice here. So milk is an uncountable noun. Bottles, we can count bottles. Kindness, can we count kindness? Have you ever heard this word? Kindness is? No. Kindness cannot be counted. It's an abstract noun. So it is uncountable also. Children, we use many with countable nouns. For example, I have many friends. Instead of saying I have 20 friends or I have 30 friends, I am saying I have many friends. Many can also be used with countable nouns for asking questions. For example, how many friends do you have? So, as friends are countable in number, so to ask question about a countable noun, I am using how many. What is I am using? What word am I using for asking questions with countable noun? How many. And with uncountable nouns, we use how much for asking questions about uncountable nouns. I can say how much money do you have? As we know that money is an uncountable noun, so here to ask a question about money, I am saying how much. Okay. This is the way how we ask questions about uncountable nouns, and I don't have much time. In this way also we can use much with uncountable nouns. Children, I am going to tell you about some words which are used with both uncountable and countable nouns. If a noun is large in number, we can use a lot of. If you are confused whether the noun given to you is a countable noun or is an uncountable noun and it is large in number, then you can use a lot of with both the uncountable and countable nouns. Similarly, if the noun given to you is less in number, and you are not able to recognize whether it is countable or uncountable, then you can use some with it. Some can be used with both countable and uncountable noun if they are less in number, and if they are large in number, then we can use a lot of. For example, he has a lot of friends. Friends is a countable noun, so here a lot of we have used. And if we want to use a lot of with uncountable noun, we can say that he has a lot of money. In both the sentences, a lot of means the same. It means large in number. He has friends which are large in number, and he has money which is large in number. It means he has large amount of money. Similarly, here I am going to take example for some. He has some friends. It means the friends he is having are less in number, and here he has some time. Time is also a category. We can say 1 hour, 2 hour, 10 minutes, but we cannot say 1 time, 2 time. So time is also an uncountable noun, and with time we can also say that some time. It means he has time in small amount, lesser amount. Children, there are some other words also which can also be used with countable nouns if they are lesser in quantity or lesser in number. And here a little, some, little are some words which can be used with uncountable nouns also if they are lesser in number. It means if the countable noun given to us is lesser in number, we can use few, some, a few. And if uncountable noun is lesser in quantity or number, then we can say a little, some, little. For example, he has a little time, he has some time, he has a little money, he has a few friends, he has few friends, he has some friends. All these sentences are correct. Children, I hope by now you all have understood how to use and how to recognize countable and uncountable nouns, and we will do the exercises related to countable and uncountable noun in our next video. Till then, take care, stay safe and stay happy.